Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. First of all, the Honorable Dr. Agis Andriani, SPD MHUM, as the lecturer of qualitative research in ALT course, and all the Group 9 members. Here we are from Group 9. Will present about one of the method in qualitative research, that is discourse studies. Our group presentation title is Analyze Discourse Studies in Qualitative Research. Before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce our group members first. Group 9 was consists of 4 people, that is Razka Ferusetki, Aulia Sharifah, Yani Sri Mulyani, and me, Gerald Gusti Humaydi Ahmad Zain, as the moderator of this session. Next, please. In this occasion, we will discuss about several things, including of the introduction, literature review, methodology, example of discourse studies, discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Without any further ado, let us start from the first slide of this presentation that will discuss about the introduction of discourse studies that will be presented by me. So, for the introduction itself, qualitative method is a method used in academic research and that involves an interpretive and naturalistic approach to its subject matter. Qualitative researchers also study things in their natural setting, attempting to make sense of or interpret phenomena in terms of the meanings people bring to them, and also involves the study and use and collection of a variety of empirical materials. On this discussion, according to Baker in 2023, discourse studies emphasize on the collection and analysis of text, particularly when adopting a post-structuralist perspective, and it focuses on the identification and interrogation of social, political, and cultural values embedded within text. Critically, discourse studies approach, respond, and reflect the ontological positioning of the analyst and serve to reveal the underlying ideological assumption and power relation constructed and communicated through text. That is according to Dunn and Newman in 2016. For the next slide will be presented by the next speaker, please.
All right. So, discourse studies is an important method in qualitative research, especially in linguistics, education, media, and social sciences. It is influenced by thinkers such as Foucault, Fairclough, and Wodak, that discourse studies is not only as a system for communication but also as a social practice that builds, keeps, and challenges social reality. Some key ideas that are widely used in the literature are power, ideology, and identity. Through discourse studies, researchers can find how text and everyday talk show how can ulang. Through discourse studies, researchers can find how text and everyday talk show social power and inequality, according to Van Dyck 1993. And another important concept is multimodality, which explains that meaning is created not only through spoken or written words, but also through image, symbols, and other signs, according to Kress and Van Leeuwen 2001. So there are different approaches in discourse studies, include critical discourse analysis that focuses on how language connects to social inequality, and then conversation analysis or CA that studies everyday talk such as turn taking, and then narrative analysis looks at how people use stories to explain their experiences. And multimodal discourse analysis, or MDA, explores how words, visuals, and other modes work together to make meaning. This approach helps researchers study qualitative data like interviews. And previous studies showed the benefit of this method. According to Van Dyke 1993, showed that um, discourse studies can show how the media can hide racism in the news. And Fireclove 1992 studied political speeches to show how language can support certain ideologies. And in education, G 2014 analyzes classroom talk to see how language affects learning. More recent studies also look at online contexts such as identity on social media and political debates. In short, literature shows that discourse studies give deep insight between language and society and help uncover hidden meanings in communication. The next presenter, please.
All right. Next slide. So, the next point is about methodology. So, according to Shirazi, 2023, the term is widely applied in various social science fields to examine communication, language use, and social interaction. And he also notes that discourse study has many definitions because the word discourse can be understood in different ways. For example, like Van Dyke 1997, as cited in Shirazi 2023, described discourse study as speech and text in context, or talking and text in context, while Johnston 2018 views it as the study of language in the ways people use it in daily life. And according to research by Giampana and Perota 2024, the data collection process was done in several steps. First, they carry out individual interviews, and then transcripts were reviewed to choose parts that saw the main issues. Second, the selected parts were acted out. This was done to keep participants anonymous while still keeping the emotional meaning of their words. Third, the researchers held 6 groups, 4 in person and 2 online. In the session, audio recordings of the acted out excerpts were played to start and guide the discussion. And according to Alejandro and Zhao 2023, there are 4 main techniques of data analysis. First is discourse analysis, which focuses on how language works in social context, and Foucauldian discourse analysis, which examines the link between discourse and power. Thematic analysis identifies and organizes themes from the data, while qualitative content analysis classifies specific aspects of text in a systematic way. I hand it back to.
Okay, next is the example of discourse study. The research that relevant with discourse studies is a research that conducted by Rosdiana R, Budiana S, and Muhajani T, 2023, with titled Underplaying Language and Ideology, a Critical Discourse Analysis of Permendikbud number 31 in the Republica newspaper. The aim of this research is to examine the ideological construction in the national newspaper Republica to the news regarding Permendikbud number 30, year 2021. The The methodology that was applied by the researchers is a qualitative descriptive approach. The analysis using Fairclough three-dimensional framework that is textual analysis, discourse practice analysis, and sociocultural practice analysis. Textual analysis focuses on grammar, such as positive, negative, and modalities. Discourse analysis practice examined by looking at intertextuality, the creation and consumption of text, and socio-cultural practice analysis, which looks into the broader cultural and ideological backgrounds that influence the conversation. These studies show that 92% of the articles in Republica criticized or rejected the regulation, while only one item offered support for it. In terms of text, the discourse made extensive use of epistemic modalities to convey certainty and rejection, as well as powerful ethical choices like critique, revocation, revise, pretext, and deny. As a result, the discourse framed the policy as ideologically problematic, influencing the public's belief that it should be changed or repealed since it justified immorality. Next. For discussion, a discourse analysis of news published by Republica regarding Permendikbudristek number 30 year 2021 shows that the media is more opposed than supportive of the regulation. The choice of words such as criticism, revision, and revocation indicate textual rejection and doubt towards the government's policy. Discourse studies have important implications for qualitative research, such as the result of the research shows that language is not neutral, but has ideology and power behind the language. Apart from that, discourse analysis in qualitative research can consider how discourse influences society, cultural identity, and policy. And for the strength of discourse studies, including useful for revealing meanings, identities, and power relations within text, helping to challenge dominant views and question claims of absolute truth. Meanwhile, the limitation of discourse studies, such as discourse studies, have subjectivity in interpretation because the results are highly dependent on the researcher's perspective. In addition, because the meaning is shaped by culture and context, these studies require a deep contextual understanding, and the results are often contextual in nature, making them difficult to generalize more broadly. Thank you. I'll give back to Gerald.
Thank you so much, Aul, for the presentation. Now we move to the last slide. That is the conclusion. Next slide, please. For the conclusion, discourse studies is one of the important methods used in qualitative research that analyze how language constructs social reality, power relations, and ideologies within the phenomenon being analyzed by the researcher. The key point of this method is the contribution it has on its interpretative, naturalistic approach and enabling the researchers to uncover hidden meanings. However, its limitations include the complexity of analysis and are influenced by the researcher's own position. Future research should explore more about digital discourses and develop strategies to improve research accuracy and for reduce the bias. I think that is all from our presentation session. Thank you so much for your attention, and I would like to apologize if there is any mistakes in doing this presentation. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.